Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Weymouth After Dark, the talk show for Massachusetts and the world. Today on Weymouth After Dark, we have a very exciting show. Our theme today is animal intelligence, and we're going to be joined by Troy, an expert on non-human intelligence. But before that, let me just say a few words to you. I'm Frank, your host, as always. There it is. And I am joined today, faithfully, by Joe.
Yeah, well, you know, speaking of animal intelligence, I wish you wouldn't say faithfully like that because it makes it sound like I'm a dog or something, and I don't terribly like dogs.
Joe today is going to be talking to us about...
Except foxes.
What is it, the Empire of Krill?
No, an experiment that I performed for the benefit of mankind using brine shrimp of the genus Artemia.
But first, let me talk to you for just a moment.
So it's one of those animal experiments, but it's...
Let's talk for just a minute about animal intelligence. You know, there it is. Animals play or inhabit a very unusual and a very unique place in this world. Because they're between human life and the natural world. We study human life, your poets, your philosophers, your social scientists, your Uncle Rufus, they all study human life. On the other hand, the natural world, the world of the earth, the stars, the sky, seems to be observable in its own respect. But somewhere in between is animals, right? Other than human life, they're the only other animate life that we know of. They sort of seem to be able to think. They possess a certain free will of a kind. Now, when you really think about it, it's quite incredible. Because that mountain, which is larger than any of us.
Leslie West?
No.
Mountain?
That mountain that dwarfs
He was
us.
larger than any of us.
Or that comet, or that asteroid that dwarfs it, either doesn't move at all, or moves endlessly on inertia. But that little hermit crab, smaller than my finger, can go right, left, backwards, forwards. It can choose the way it's going to move. It can move against the inertia, against the forces that inanimate life is controlled by. So that little hermit crab has a power that that constellation in the sky, that supernova in the sky doesn't have. Something to think about. Now, the sparrow in your yard is more interesting than you think, right?
Keep your eye on the sparrow.
I like to watch The White Shadow too, but sometimes it's a good idea to shut the TV off and go outside and look.
That was Beretta.
Even the smallest animal life possesses a certain kind of intelligence, a certain kind of thought, and we don't quite know what to make of that, because we've studied human thought since the beginning of time, and we've studied the natural world, but where in the middle somewhere is this animal life and its thought and its intelligence? You look at the sparrow in the yard, you look at your dog, your pet, you go to the zoo and you look at an animal, and you see one in the wild if you're fortunate, and you wonder, does it think? What does it know? How does it see the world? Today we're going to try and answer that on Weymouth After Dark. Joe.
Yes.
You have a few
Dogs
things
are bad friends because they'll act like they like you and then they'll eat you when you die. And my other friends don't usually do that. The only guy I know who has friends that do that is Chris, and that's because his friends are zombies. It's
a love-hate relationship he has with the zombies. Joe, you have something you want to talk to us about today, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I will surrender the floor to you today.
Yes.